Welcome back guys to another video. Today we are going to be going over the top skin for every brawler in Brawl Stars, as you saw by the title. Alright, so first off with 8-bit, his virus skin is easily the best skin. His two others are very bland and are basically the same thing as each other but just with different colors. But this 8-bit skin has a totally different model. The arrow on his head and the green and the pink just looks so dope. Alright, now we got Barley, and this is actually the only tie on the list, and it goes with Baker Barley and Maple Barley, and I really couldn't decide, so I just went with both of them. Maple Barley looks cool with the beard, and he looks like maybe a lumberjack. Baker Barley is just pretty funny skin, probably the funniest in the game, with the hair and the dress and the pie, so it's really hard to choose, but I think they're both cool in their own ways, so that's why they share the #1 spot. Lady B, I think it's called. But it looks pretty cool. It's not amazing. I think it looks better than the default skin. It doesn't really have any new models on her. It's kind of just retextured with a couple added little faces like on her hat. But overall, a decent skin. Alright, BB also only has one other skin, but it is pretty cool. The sword looks pretty dope if you look at it in detail. And her whole outfit is pretty detailed. I think it's overall a pretty dope skin. Now for Beau, we have the Horus skin, and I think it looks a lot cooler than the gold mecha Beau. Although the gold Beau is a lot more rare and costs 50,000 star points, it's kind of coveted as that amazing skin. I think the Horus Beau just looks so sweet with the mask and the whole outfit. It's just really takes the cake as the #1 Beau skin. Next up, easily we have Brock. The Lion Dance skin is amazing, and just the shades and the rocket launcher look so dope, and the whole outfit just fits so well with each other and looks good in battles, so it easily takes the #1 spot for Brock. Alright, for Bull, we have the Viking. This was a pretty easy choice. I think it looks a lot better than the touchdown skins. The yellow hair looks pretty cool in-game compared to the normal Bull. The boots are decent. Overall, an alright skin. Now for Karl, this is one of my favorite skins in the game, the Captain Karl. His boat just looks awesome. The things he shoots are cool. His hat, his outfit. Everything about this skin is amazing. It's probably top 6, top 7 skins in the entire game for me. I think Captain Karl is definitely the #1 Karl skin. Alright, next up we have Colt. This one was really hard, but I think this one takes the cake. The bandana and the guns and the pirate outfit look super cool together. Colt doesn't really have any outgoing skins. They're all kind of low-key, and this is probably the most outgoing one. I think it overall meshes really well with Colt and the style of play. I think it looks cool in-game as well. Next up we have Dark Mecha Crow. This one was a really hard choice because the gold Mecha Crow and the just regular Mecha Crow and the Phoenix Crow are all super cool skins. But this, I don't know what it is about this one, but I think it just looks the coolest in game, the coolest in the lobby. I think it's just a dope skin with the golden eyes and the dark blue. It's just a sweet skin, and it's pretty intimidating compared to the regular Crow. For Darrow, we have the mascot Darrow. It's a pretty hard choice between this one and the dumpling one because neither of them really stand out to me, but this mascot one is pretty funny, but I think the foam fingers are pretty cool, and the soccer ball fits for Darrow just because of how round he is, but yeah, it's an alright skin. For Dynamite, we have Robo Mike. This one was pretty close with the Christmas Dynamite, but I think Robo Mike takes the cake just because it's a totally different remodel, so I think that's awesome. And the little chicken or whatever that is on the top of his head is pretty funny too. So yeah, Robo Mike #1. El Primo, I have El Rey. This one was pretty hard. There's some pretty good El Primo skins, but I think El Rey just looks the coolest, and the crown, the mask, the thing he's holding in his hand, the whole outfit, and especially the belt with the little face on it just looks awesome, and it fits El Primo so well, so that's why this is El Primo's #1 skin. For Ems, she only has one skin that just got released. It is College Ems, and it doesn't really look that much different than her normal skin. I think it is a cool addition, but it is not anything out of the park, so that's the best M skin in my opinion. Alright, next up Frank is DJ Frank. Caveman Frank doesn't really compare. Caveman Frank's just kind of a weird skin to look at. It's actually 4th on my weirdest skins list. You should go check that out. But DJ Frank is alright. I mean, it's just kind of a low-key skin, except for obviously the thing on his face that says Frank. That's pretty cool. Alright, next up, Gene only has one skin other than his default, and that is Pirate Gene. The reason this one I think is better than the default is just because of the little hat on his genie lamp and the tattoos that he got. And I think he looks cool in light blue, so he takes the #1 spot. Jessie, her top skin for me is her skin that's unreleased, but it is confirmed. The turret and her gun and her hat just look so cool. I was thinking of doing the ducky turret Jessie, but I think this one is just really awesome. Just the turret is just takes the cake for it. Leon, as you might have seen in my tier list video, is the #1 skin in the game in my opinion, Werewolf Leon, so this definitely is the #1 Leon skin. There's nothing really competing with it. The eyes and the hair and the claws just are uncomparable. I think it is just the sweetest skin in the whole game, and it is an amazing redesign of Leon's default skin. Next up we have Max. He only has one extra skin, and it is GT Max. It's nothing really different. They just changed the colors from red and yellow to orange and blue. Honestly, I really like it. It's pretty low-key, but I like Max with this skin on, so that, in my opinion, makes it the #1 Max skin. Next up we have Mortis. This one was either between Top Hat Mortis and Rockabilly Mortis, but I think Top Hat Mortis looks a lot better because Rockabilly just kind of gives off. So I think this Top Hat Mortis is the best Mortis. Next up, Mr. P. Mr. P's default skin is pretty good already. I think it is one of the best in the game, but Agent P just looks so beast. I don't know what it is. Maybe the glasses, maybe the little smirk, but one of the coolest skins in the game, and the #1 Mr. P skin. Alright, Nita, this is probably the hardest decision out of any brawler on this list, but I'm going to go with the Koala Nita. It was really down to which bear looked the coolest, because the Nitas were pretty similar, but I think the Koala bear looks the coolest, and especially because this skin was for the Australian wildfires. You can see by the helmet and the jacket on the koala, so I think it represents something cool, and it also looks the coolest, so that's why Koala is #1. Dark Bunny Penny is just released, and I think it is amazing. I think it's one of the top skins in the game, probably top 3. It wasn't in my tier list because it hadn't came out yet. The Christmas Penny skin is also really cool, but Dark Bunny, like the hat and the turret, just make it the best skin. Alright, this Piper skin pretty easily took it. The other 2 Piper skins that were added aren't very extravagant, but this one is pretty cool, especially on maps that are like night themed. Certain showdown maps, for example, it just looks super cool in game, and her umbrella is also awesome. This Poco skin is probably top 5 skin in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the little bandana or the pirate outfit or the little broom. I don't know, but I think it's just an amazing skin. It is close to the Serenade Poco, which is probably a top 10 skin. For me, this one takes the cake. Popcorn Rico, again, another close one between this one and Golden Rico, but Popcorn Rico, I don't know what it is. It just looks super cool. The movie theater outfit is just a cool vibe for him. There's not really another skin in the game that has this type of vibe, so that's why this Rico goes #1. With the popcorn just in his stomach, I think it just overall is a super creative skin. Sandy, this is her only other skin than her default. It could go either way of which skin you prefer, the default or Sleepy Sandy, but the blue one to me just looks a bit cooler, especially after seeing only pink. To switch to the blue, I think it's just a cool change. They're not adding a whole lot, but they're just changing colors, which can add a bit of spice, which is a good thing. Supercell doesn't always want to make skins that go way over the top, which I think is a good move. So yeah, Sleeping Sandy, I think it's Sandy's best skin. Next up, Shelly, easily. Which Shelly is the best skin? The skin that was made for brawlers who played before 2019 is pretty bad. They could have made it way cooler. It's just a bad skin. So which Shelly with the little cat on her head and the cool gun that she has with the witch hat, the colors just fit really well. Next up, Robo Mike. I think the yellow and like the rusting effect looks super cool. And although the pink spike also is pretty cool, this one just goes above and beyond of what I would expect from a Spike skin, because I feel like it would be pretty hard to be creative because he's a pretty simple model, but the rusting is just a really cool effect. That's the #1 Spike skin. Alright, next up we have Street Ninja Tara, easily her best skin. Dark blue goes super well because she's kind of a ninja character. I think kind of blending into the dark maps is really awesome, and the kind of ominous feel she has with this skin rather than just a normal pink Tara makes this the #1 Tara skin. Alright, so that wraps up the list. Let me know in the comments if you would change anything on here. I'm sure you might, but that about does it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.